Hello, bookish friends. We're back with another TBR video, but this one's kind of different. I'm going to show you 2 books that I want to read, and then 3 books will be picked random. That's the goal. But before we start, make sure to do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, all that. But before we get started, I want to show you what I'm currently reading. Currently, I am reading Leigh Bardugo, The Familiar. And this one is, I don't even know what you would describe this style of book. Probably like gothic, dark fantasy. I would call it fantasy because there's powers involved. But pretty much this book follows our main character, Luzia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's set in like Spain. And Luzia works for this person named, I'm so bad with names. It's like Victoria or something. And Victoria finds out that Luzia has powers, which is like bad because this is set in like a normal world where powers don't exist. So when Victoria finds out that Luzia has powers, she makes Luzia perform her gift to everybody so that Victoria can have people come over for her house dinners. I am 70 pages in, but I know that it escalates from there. Somehow Luzia comes in conflict with the king and she has to work for a king, but we haven't got there yet. But I'm really enjoying it. This is something I've never read before. I've read Leigh Bardugo's work before. I read Shadow and Bone, just the first book. I didn't really like it, but I want to try something else by her. And this one's really interesting. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this, so I want to give it a try. And I got it from my library, so that's what I'm currently reading. The 2 books I picked for the month of July are The Cruel Prince and The Gilded Ones. Now, let's start with The Cruel Prince. I've been holding this book off for like a year. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Okay, I do know why. I hear a lot of mixed reviews, and usually reviews don't like bother me, but like I hear so many mixed things. People love it or hate it. I don't know why, but they do. And I read the prologue, and the prologue was so good. So basically it follows Jude and her 2 siblings, Taryn and Vivian. And basically, in just the prologue, basically this fairy man comes and kills their parents right in front of them, and it's like, you're coming with me to the fairy world. And now they live in the fairy castle with him. That's all I got from that. Also, Vivian's like part fairy, so there's that. I heard like the fairies here are like really rude, and they're not like Alcatar fairies where anyways, so I'm excited to get to this, and that's why it's on my TBR for this month. Now, The Gilded Ones, I've heard basically nothing about this book, but I saw it in my library and I was like, this looks so cute. Like, look at this cover. She's adorable. And the premise is basically our main character, Decca, she's part of this tribe, and they have this blood ritual for like the young girls, and it's her time for the blood ritual, but she finds out her gold is blood. She finds out her blood is gold, and they kick her out. So now she's all alone, but she stumbles across a group of girls who have blood like her, and they work to fight something. But these are the 2 books on my TBR so far. We have our little hat here full of mysterious prompts I made months ago after my first TBR video. So these are completely different than what y'all last saw, but we're gonna see what we got to work with. I am showing my other bookshelf for the first time. Harry Potter is in the corner. Don't ask why. He's just here. He's just there. But yeah. But I made this hat, by the way. We got our prompt. It's pink. Read it. Read it for me. First book to pop up on For You page. And that's an example of how this works, because I am not going on Book Talk because I don't like it there. So I don't know why I wrote this prompt. So we're gonna throw that one away. We're gonna try it for real. I don't like Book Talk. I prefer BookTube. So we're gonna find a different one. This one has like 4 connected. Okay. What does that say, guys? People on the cover. People on the cover. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have many. Wait, cartoon people count. Duh. Let's see. We have Daydream. I DNF'd this book, but I want to give it another chance. I don't really read romances, but this one, I forgot why. I just think I didn't like their relationship. Okay, so for people on the cover, I picked The Summer Pact by Emily Giffin. Now, what is this book about? That's a great question. I don't know. Oh, it's college students. Okay. So it says, 4 freshmen arrive at college from different worlds. Lainey, a California party girl. Tyson, an aspiring lawyer from Washington, D.C. Summer, an ambitious Midwestern athlete. And Hannah, a mild-mannered Hannah, a mild-mannered Southerner. The seeds of friendship are planted, and as their college years fly by, the 4 become inseparable. I promise you I could read. But as graduation nears, their lives are forever altered after a desperate act leads to tragic consequences. Stunned and heartbroken, they make a pact, promising to always be there for one another, no matter how separated they may become by circumstances or distance. 10 years later, Hannah's life is suddenly turned upside down, and when she calls on her closest friends, it becomes clear that they are all facing their own crossroads. True to their promise, they agree to take a time out from lives headed in the wrong direction and embark on a shared journey of self-discovery, forgiveness, and acceptance. Which is not a genre I read often. But its summary, in a way, is going to be kind of sad or serious. But I'm excited for this one. And guys, look at it. Watch. Look at that. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Nice and floppy. Another one to our TBR. On to another one. Hopefully it's something good. I mean, our what's it called? Our pile is already good. But I'm hoping for like a good 5-star this month, because I've had no 5 stars this month. But I've had like a 5-star every other month. So we'll see. Set during wartime. I have books set during wartime. I do. I have a couple. We got 3 options here. We have The Poppy War. Obviously, set during war times. The Nightingale, set during World War II. This one's thick. I don't know if I want to read that. And then we have 1,000 Splendid Suns. Post-Taliban. Now, I did say we have our fair share of fantasy. This is fantasy. And one thing these books have in common is they're all heartbreaking in a way. I don't know if I want to read this just yet. But I'm also don't want to read this either. I know I don't want to read this, so I'm going to put this one back. I think I want to read this one. I have not heard people talk about this book personally. So we're going to pick 1,000 Splendid Suns. I got this from my library bookshop. It was 50 cents for this book. And I just think this one is really interesting. I have not read many. I think I've read like 1 or 2 historical fictions. So this one's interesting. It says, a breathtaking story set against the volatile events of Afghanistan's last 30 years. From the Soviet invasion to the reign of the Taliban to post-Taliban rebuilding. So it's like all that. That makes more sense. Okay. That puts the violence, fear, hope, and faith of this country in intimate human terms. It is a tale of 2 generations of characters brought jarringly together by the tragic sweep of war, where personal lives, the struggle to survive, raise a family, find happiness, are inextricable from the history playing out around them. Guys, this is going to be a tear jerker, like for real. And this is written by Khaled Hosseini, the author of The Kite Runner. I have not read The Kite Runner. I'm a little scared. I'm a little worried. But oh, and he's born from Afghanistan. Okay. Fascinating. That was our 4th book. Yeah, that was our 4th book. I had to switch to my iPad camera because my phone has no storage. But we're on to the last book. Well, our 4th pick was 1,000 Splendid Suns. So, yes, I'm excited to read this. It sounds very interesting. We're on to the last book. Since you guys last saw me, I got new glasses, new hair, and that's about it. Oh, I performed for the Padres. I got to dance on stage at a Padres game. Fun fact. And that was Monday. Today is Friday. Okay, final book. That's enough about me. Y'all don't care. Y'all care about these books. So, what does that say? A book set outside of the USA. Outside of the USA. So it's set outside of this country here that I live in. What's Bunny set in? Oh my god, it's set in New England. We might have a winner here. We already have a book about war. This one's also about war. And I don't know if we need 2 of that in the same month. Like, it's a little overbearing. Like, I don't want to be in that mindset right now. Especially with everything going on. So, I think we get to pick Bunny. Now, one thing about me, I absolutely despise mystery, thriller, suspenseful things. Despise it in my books. Love it in movies. Despise it in my books. I don't know why. I really couldn't tell you why. But I really want to read this. Now, let me read the back and tell me how crazy this book sounds. A scholarship student who prefers the company of her dark imagination to that of most people, Samantha Heather Mackey, is utterly repelled by the rest of her graduate fiction writing cohort at New England's elite Warren University, a clique of unbearably Saturine yet sinister rich girls who call each other Bunny and seem to move and speak as one. But everything changes when Samantha receives an invitation to the Bunny's fabled smut salon and finds herself inexplicably drawn to their front door, ditching her only friend Ava in the process. As Samantha plunges deeper and deeper into the Bunny's world and begins to take part in their monstrous experiments, the edges of reality begin to blur. Soon her friendships with Ava and the Bunnies will be brought into deadly collision. Guys, doesn't that sound so good? Tell me if you read this book. Like, tell me if you read this book. I need to know what y'all thought about it, because this is high on the TBR now. Like, I didn't even think about it, but it's high on the TBR now. Like, I saw it, and now I really need to read it. Like, I really. And it's short. It's 300 pages. Guys. And look how gorgeous this cover is. I just can't get over it. Like, I'm already obsessed with it, and I haven't even started reading it. You know, like, she's stuck in a cult. I'm just saying. Sounds pretty interesting. But let's go over everything that we're reading this month to wrap this video up, because I talk too much. Now, the two books I picked for this month were The Cruel Prince and The Gilded Ones. Two series were starting this month. Yeah. Next, we have The Summer Pact, an emotional literary fiction about the college life. Something slow. Something to ease out of the fantasy. But that will lead us into a heartbreaking war story, which is, now I'm very fascinated by this book. Like, I really am curious about what this book entails. So, I'm very excited to read this. And then lastly, Bunny. A book I never thought I would like. And maybe I won't like it. If I hate it, y'all won't hear from me ever again. That's a lie. But I might take another break. I hope I love it. And if I love it, recommend other books like this one. Or any of these books. Recommend anything. Here's our gorgeous stack of books. Wow, that looks really nice, like, actually. And one of them's a library book. So we included my library pick, which I want to do a reading vlog of just reading library books. Or a TBR chooses my library picks. Think about it. Anyways, comment down below any other ideas you have. And yeah, see y'all next time.